Go that way. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Let's get this show on the road. Thank you so much for coming to this house concert at the Wading River. I'm so pleased to have two special friends, two of my favorite songwriters in the whole wide world. They both hail from cities that begin with P. Steve from the Providence area, actually in Barrington, and Mark Evans from Phoenix. Steve, we see Steve around town a lot. Do you have anything coming up?
Yes. www.steveallain.com.
It's
That's all my work.
Allain.
That's right.
He's very
And
shy.
Stephen is spelled with a PH or
It's not Steven, it's with a V, Steven. Sorry.
And Mark's in the area for a couple of weeks or 10 days or so, and he'll be all over the place, and his shows are listed on markbishopevans.net. We're going to have a fun afternoon. They're going to play back and forth for you, then we'll have a short break, and then they'll do another set. Thanks for coming, and I'm sorry. I'm glad you all got here. Some of you went to Southwest Street. Nobody went to Taunton, I don't think, this time.
Oh, they tried to take me to and I said, wait a minute.
You want the light on?
You want the light?
It would be
The video would be
us,
better.
whatever we
Is that
see
better?
better now.
This is great.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I can see your smiling faces now.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh yes, important news. There's a tip jar at the door. And, donations are optional if you can afford to drop some money in there. We were asking $15, $20 if you can afford that. Anything that you want to donate will be fine. And donations are optional, so if you can donate that, thank you.
Well, thanks, Diane. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Diane.
I think we both got the gig just because we had long hair. That's what I heard. They were looking for long-haired musicians. We auditioned. I know, well, you didn't audition. That's your
I didn't.
I think that should be an Old People Olympics event.
This first song is called Old People's Olympics. Well, Billy left town with a girl from Kentucky. No plans, just figured that he would get lucky. She ditched him once they crossed into Missouri at a truck stop on I-55. Well, he went in to buy her some beer to get higher. He yelled out, I love you. She whispered, you liar. Johnny Cash on the radio singing Ring of Fire. She promised she'd never look back. Oh, with eyes on the blacktop and no navigator. She made it to the West Coast just 30 hours later. She figured the grass would be greener and greater than the bluegrass that she left behind. And she knows she's ready to find something fast that'll help her forget about the past. The future's reflecting on her bumper, covered in chrome. She knows there's always the option, I guess, to return to her old dress, just to see how things are going back home. Well, she loved California and all its attractions. She didn't mind the billboards and other distractions. With her $10 jeans, boy, can you imagine making it big out there? Well, she landed a job just outside Pasadena, on the corner of Del Mar and South Catalina. Dancing between tables like an eager ballerina. Her feet barely touched the ground. Yeah, she flirting that skirt of hers just 'cause she could make all the boys think she was up to no good. Friday nights on the beach, collecting driftwood for a fire with new friends she made. And she knows she's ready to give up the past. She doesn't know which one will last. Future is reflecting on her bumper, covered in chrome. And she knows there's always the option, I guess, to return to her old dress, just to see how things are going wears off the things you discover, like trinkets of gold and the eyes of butter. The more time that passes, it's harder to recover the treasures that sink in the wrecks. Well, a couple of years gone in late February, sitting in a park near the town cemetery, she realized her life had become ordinary. It might be time for a change. She could pack all her stuff up and head to the station, hop on a train to some other location. Maybe she'd go back home for a little vacation, just to see what she left back there. And she knows she's ready to find something fast that'll help her forget about the past. The future's reflected on her bumper, covered in chrome, and she knows there's always the option, I guess, to return to her old address, just to see how things are going back home.
Sound all right to you guys out there? Yeah, balance is good. Both are okay. Yeah, I'm gonna ask the same thing after I finish. Well, I'm living in Phoenix now, and I actually lived out here in Massachusetts for 30 years. I retired out west in December of 21. And I had sold my condo because I knew I was moving, and I was sharing a room in a condo with a guy for that last year that I was here. And July of 2021, I'm not sure if you remember, I don't see how you can forget. It started raining on July 1st, and it's still raining, actually. July was the rainiest July in the history, right? Recorded history, I'm sure that there might be. But anyway, so it seemed like a good idea to write a song about rain, right? But I didn't write a song about rain, I just used rain in a song as a metaphor. This is called Still It Rains. I don't think I've ever been so lonely. I don't think I've ever been so cold. And it seems it just might rain forever, while I'm just standing here collecting useless tears. Don't think I've ever been so lost, or just mislaid my will for living. And it seems it just might rain forever, while I'm just standing here collecting useless fears. I once knew something more than pain. Then it rained, how it rained. I lost my will to try again. In the rain, still it rained. Don't think I've ever been so sad. I don't think that I'll forget this story. And it seems it just might rain just standing here, convinced the sky will clear. While it rains, while it rains, I once knew something more than pain. But then it rained. Oh, how it rained. I lost my will to try again. In the rain, still it rained. Never been so sad. I don't think that I'll forget this story. And it seems it just might rain forever. While I'm just standing here, convinced the sky will clear.
Sounds okay. Sounds good.
You can come. If you can settle for perfect, yeah.
Yeah. Probably let you right over there. Well, I think I'll play a song that is not about rain, but is related in the sense that I wrote a song as an ode. So probably about maybe 5 years ago or so, I was running a lot, and my knees were like, "Hey, you know what? You're not like 25 anymore. This isn't cool anymore. This hurts." So I took up cycling, and which I love, and I got obsessed with it. And I cycled, and I live right off the East Bay Bike Path, which is just beautiful, along the water. And so I was living on that path, the entire spring, entire summer, fall, and then of course winter came around, and I just also, I wrote this during the pandemic, so it was like a lifesaver for me. Being on my bike was just, and here comes winter and dumped some snow, and I was like, oh God, I'm gonna go insane. I set up the indoor cycle thing, and it's just not the same. Like, oh, I'm riding in Switzerland today, but I'm in my living room. So it's not quite the same. The fan is blowing on me. Oh, the wind is snowing. So anyway, I ended up writing this this ode to the East Bay bike path. So it's weather related in the sense that winter was tough, but I was happy when spring came back around. It's called "I'll Be Back." You kept me strong. Kept me going on the days I thought I couldn't go one more mile. There's nothing wrong with feeling tired. I know you best. I know every curve you have. I studied them so carefully. Like the rest, you're always there for me. When the day he wants to leave and go to sleep one more time, fighting off the sun that wants to stay. I know you'll lie down with patience and wait for my return. I'll be back again someday. You don't mind me, you don't mind if I stay too long or leave without goodbyes. It's hard to see the good in me sometimes. I carry fear, I carry pockets filled with worry and sometimes filled with shame. But you don't care, you welcome me to stand. When the day wants to leave and go to sleep one more time, fighting off the sun that wants to stay. I know you'll lie down in silence and wait for my return. I'll be back again someday. You lead me on, you lead me to the shoreline where expectations fall apart. Well, every ending is just a different place to start. When the day he wants to leave and go to sleep one more time, fighting off the sun that wants to stay. I know you'll lie down in silence and wait for my return. I'll be back again someday. Yeah, I'll be back again someday.
Yeah, I made Steve start because then he gives a song and then I can figure out what I'm going to do next. Songwriters very often tell stories. I mean, it's one of the ways that we can get an idea or a thought or a feeling across. And one of the things that, and I'm sure Steve can relate to this, that you want to make sure is that you never let the truth get in the way of the story. You know, and this story has been told 1,000 times or more, and in books, in movies, other songs, in poems, and this is my version of the song of this story. It's called "By the River in the Vale." There's a cottage in the meadow where the singer, he lives alone. They say that he had family once that are all past or grown. And sometimes you'll hear music when you're walking on that trail. It happens most at twilight by the river in the vale. Many years ago now that he walked into that vale, and sitting by the river there, in twilight soft and pale. Her smile, it took his breath away and warmed him to the core. And from that moment on, his heart was hers forevermore. So they married in the springtime, soon they had a son. Then they had a daughter, and then another one. It was said they had a love so deep to make the ocean stir. And every song the singer sang was another song for her. Well, it happened in the winter, as these things often do. The fever came and took her, and it almost took him too. What saved him was the children, who were still so young and frail. And they buried her in twilight by the river in the vale. Now alone he raised his children to be loving and be strong. And they mostly knew their mother by the songs their daddy sung. And now they often come to visit him, to listen to the tale of the lovers in the twilight by the river in the vale. The sunshine on the meadow and a breeze among the trees. Hand in hand they walk the hills within his memories. He say that he's just waiting here to let his heart take sail and join her in the twilight by the river in the vale. Now they say he walks the meadow and plays his old guitar, singing songs he wrote for her beneath the moon and stars. And sometimes you'll hear music if you're walking on that trail. It happens most at twilight by the river in the vale. The sunshine on the meadow and the breeze among the trees. Hand in hand they walk the hills within his memories. And he finally finished waiting, and he let his heart take sail. And he joined her in the twilight by the river in the vale. Finally there together by the river in the vale.
So I know there are a lot of songwriters in the room. And so, you know, we all get inspired by different things. I'm often inspired by other songwriters, but sometimes not necessarily songwriters or not necessarily people. But this next song, I know for sure that I was. Anybody know who Keith Jarrett is? By any chance? Yeah. If you don't, he's brilliant. Brilliant musician. Not a songwriter, instrumentalist. Plays. He was really well known for his concerts. He would show up, a pianist by himself, nothing planned, completely improvised for 2 hours or more, and the most beautiful music you've ever heard. Like, not like it would sound like if I were improvising for 2 hours. It should be interesting. But just fantastic. Anyway, I've had the chance to see him several times, and he talked about his big, one of Keith Jarrett's big things, if you go to a show, and I'm sure there are recordings of this too, where he absolutely goes bananas if flash photography happens. He makes it clear, please no flash photography, and he explained it, so I got to see him in Paris, which was amazing, and at one point he's in the middle of this beautiful piece, he's just composing on the spot, and sure enough, I feel like now people do it on purpose, sure enough, and he just, it was like a balloon got, and he stood up and he started, it gets super awkward because he scolds the audience like we're all 5-year-olds. I mean, the whole thing is just awkward and horrible. But he explained it, he said, I'm up here doing this thing that's very difficult to do, and it's like I'm building this house of cards, and when that happens, it's gone forever, that's it, like it's not like, So I know this song is directly inspired by that. We'll see if it comes crashing down, but that's not the point of the song. It just made me think about it, and I went to my hotel room and wrote some lyrics. He lives in a house of cards he built, but it isn't that sturdy because it's framed by you. He never goes upstairs, keeps his feet on the ground because he knows the slightest breeze will knock it all down. It's just as fragile as all his walls of spade, so he closes all the windows and pulls down all the shades. A spade is just an upside down heart that's been tethered to the ground and set apart. He's scared to go out there and lay down his delicate heart. So he stays home and sits on the lawn. It's a safe place to fall apart. Everything he wants is within reach of the things he knows he really needs. When I visit, it's the things we don't speak of, like a box full of courage or a handful of love. He gets lost inside his tired old frames with faces he recalls but can't remember names. I wish he would step out and try something new before he fades away to nothing and becomes forgotten too. He's scared to go out there. Fear has become his lonely counterpart. So he stays home and sits on the lawn. It's a safe place to fall apart. He's scared to go out there and lay down his delicate heart. So he stays home and sits on the lawn. It's a safe place to fall apart. He lives in a house of cards he built.
There's been a whole lot of songs written by songwriters, obviously, and I think that's who writes songs.
Now write that down.
Yeah, write that down, yeah. About their pets. I mean, their dogs, their cats, right?
Yeah. Family.
Horses, huh? how many horse songs are there? You know, off the top. I used to have horses. I used to have dogs and cats. I don't have them anymore. But I have a pal. Well, the alligator is my pal. He can be your pal too. All you have to realize is he's got feelings too. He got feelings too. He's got feelings too. Now the alligator loves his swamp and all the bugs and snakes, but he'd be just as happy in a river or a lake, a river or a lake. How about in your lake? Well, the alligator's got big eyes and teeth as long as this. Don't be frightened when he smiles unless you are a fish. Are you a fish? Nah, I don't think you're a fish. Well, we'd like it if you came on by to visit for a while. Just remember, he'll get pissed if you call him crocodile, 'cause he's the alligator, alligator, yeah. He's the alligator, alligator, yeah. Well, the alligator loves to play and he never sings the blues. You like him better as a friend than wearing him as shoes, wearing him as shoes. Don't go wearing him as shoes. He loved to swim around his pond and he never has to work. 'Cause Izod sends him royalties from his picture on a shirt, picture on a shirt. Got his picture on a shirt. Well, we'd like it if you came on by to visit for a while. Just remember, he'll get pissed if you call him crocodile, 'cause he's the alligator, alligator, yeah. He's the alligator, alligator, yeah. Yeah, he's the alligator, alligator, yeah.
Some I'm listening and watching Mark play. You know, I've got this great view of the bird feeders and these great birds that are just coming, which is birds and cardinals and all kinds of great birds hanging from that tree. I have a song about a tree. I have more than one song about a tree. I have a lot of songs about trees. And this is a song about maybe possibly coming back as a tree. And I understand how reincarnation works. Well, I don't really, but I know you don't really get to pick. You don't get to say I want to come back as a tree, but if you put it out there, maybe the worst things come back as. And then I always figure if I come back as a tree, I don't know, that spruce tree. They might turn me into a guitar, so I can keep making music after I die, right? So that's a gig. I conveniently call this song Tree. Help me remember what it was about. There's also a company, which I'm sure you're aware of, that you can, right, people are nodding, they already know what I'm going to say, right? So you can buy these pods and you get buried with a tree, with a tree seed. I don't know what happens. So it's something you turn to a tree. So if anyone knows who works at one of these companies, just send them away. It's a sponsorship. Yeah. Stand tall in a window painted blue. You had old ones and get new ones, no more old ones, cause you lost them in the fall. Stand fast, like a fighter who sees God. You want changes, all the changing, what's the difference? Have you even grown at all? We shed roots that we can't see. When I die, well, I hope I come back as a tree, as a tree. Fall out to your hidden shelter. In a foxhole, common foxhole, please don't let them pull over her eyes. For grief from our sad and tired hearts. This forbearance, don't forbear it, don't forget it till you see the next sunrise. We shed roots that we can't see. When I die, well, I hope I come back as a tree, as a da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Down by the winds of deception. For a moment, for a long time, she was living in retreats at her heels. Cut short, but she'll grow back again. With a vengeance and with vigor, took her whole life, but she finally understood. Patient roots that we can't see. When I die, well, I hope I come back. Patient roots that we can't see. When I die, well, I hope I come back as a tree, as a tree, as a tree.
not really a country singer. I don't have the twang. But I've written a couple of songs that kind of go country, and actually I had a producer tell me that song's a great country song, but your voice just doesn't make it. Because I haven't got the twang. But I'm going to play it for you anyway. This is a broken heart country song. Yeah. It's called Don't Hug Me Now. Friends that I saw yesterday, they wonder where you've been. I told them you were working out of town. Couldn't find the words to say what I don't understand. But give them reasons I still have found. So I spent the morning packing up the things that all are yours, and putting my things back the way they were. I hope that I found everything. I looked through every drawer, but it was awful hard to see things through the blur. So don't hug me now. Don't try to kiss my cheek. Don't make this hard. Harder than it has to be. Don't touch my hand. Not while I'm still weak. Don't hug me now. Just take your things and leave. I was quite content and happy, living on my own. The wind and music filling up my day. Tonight I'd go and find a place to sing a song or two, drink with friends and laugh the night away. The one night you walked up to me and leaned against my side and looked up at me in your eyes so big and blue. Well, it was months till I found out. Imagine my surprise. If that's the kind of thing you wanted know to do. So now you're standing on my porch. You've come to get your things, and I'm still trying to figure out just why. You tried hard to explain, but in the end, just who you are. But it still hurts to watch you say goodbye. So don't hug me now. Don't try to kiss my cheek. Don't make this hard. Harder than it has to be. Don't touch my hand. While I'm still weak, don't hug me now. Just take your shit and leave. Don't hug me now. Just
songs do have songwriters written in here.
I think their hearts get broken more than other people.
You're right. I think you're right about that. And from the laugh, I'll assume that's a lot. God gave me eyes, I can see you walking toward me. God gave me eyes, why can't I see your intentions? God has a way of keeping us together, oh goddamn the day when He takes you away from me. God gave me ears so I could hear the glass fall and shatter. God gave me ears so why can't I hear your heart breaking? God has a way of keeping us together, oh goddamn the day He takes you away from me. God gave me hands so I could feel your body next to me. God gave me hands, I got a feeling you'll be gone soon. God has a way of keeping us together, oh goddamn the day that He takes you away from me. God has a way of keeping us together, oh goddamn the day that He takes you away from me.
I'm going to do another song, and Steve will do one, then I'll do one, then we'll take a break.
I don't know how many that was, but we're going to do that maybe.
I mean, look at all that food over there. I mean,
Musicians can only count to 4.
one of the very first songs I ever learned, because I'm an old person, was "Where Have All the Flowers Gone?" And I just love that song, the way it goes from, each thing ties to the next thing and it comes along, And I've always liked that concept, and I've never been able to write a song that is that good that way. But the whole idea of the metaphor of plants and our existence on this planet, how they tie together, how what we do now affects tomorrow. So I wrote this song. It's an environmental song. It's called "The Seeds of Today." Of all the tomorrows, they're held in the seeds of today. While all of the schemers and moments they borrow without much intent to repay. And all of the highways in all new directions are open to all who will go. While all of the travelers at different perceptions still they must walk the same road. Now all of the greedy who mortgage the future pretend to be deaf to the sound. The regular people, the peasants and farmers, forced to give ever more ground. And all of these moments define our existence, the fade in the blink of an eye. While pillars of power, the poles of resistance to anything money can buy. We're all reflections of the cause chosen yesterday. We're choosing flowers for the future in all that we say. Everyone's a child of the past, a parent to a future forecast. All the tomorrows are held in the seeds of today.
I hate it when that happens. And it happens. Also, with long hair, when you're playing outside, sometimes the wind blows. I've almost needed the Heimlich maneuver. I kind of swallow massive amounts of hair. You just need someone who's like, we're indoor stays, low wind, low wind.
Have you swallowed your hair before?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Feels kind of like that.
I won't start from the beginning. All of the rivers are clogged with the refuge of all of the disposable lives. While all of the towers continue disputes, corrupting the earth and the sky. And all of the oceans are gradually rising to someday consume all the land. And we can't accomplish the task of deciding. Perhaps we deserve to be damned. We are all reflections of the flowers chosen yesterday. We are choosing flowers for the future in all we say. Now everyone's a child of the past, parent to a future forecast. All of tomorrows are held in the seeds of today. All of the soldiers with all of their medals are weary of waiting to die. I'm not going to get through the end of the song without choking up again.
Let's take a break. How about a break? Let's do a break and then we'll come back.
Take a break now?
Yeah, let's do a break now.
Having for a break.
Maybe a piece of that carrot cake.
Winking at you.
Got a few, Mark. Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm live streaming here actually. I film broadcast radio. No. I just do a lot of music. I perform. I do shows. And everything I do, I live stream. So, Lonnie was going to live stream, but she had a problem, so I said, I'll just do it. We have some friends from England who are watching.
I work for Chelsea and work for Chelsea they send me out to do a shoot at the library.
Yeah. I had a show last night. I had a bunch of people playing, and we had a friend of mine from New York came and local cable channel filming it. In addition to what I do. I know. Yeah.
Where I was, it was so bad.
It's still a little high, but it's well, that was so mine was there, so mine was way up, way over my garden. Like my little garden. No. Well, lately it happened last year. It happened twice. Yeah. Well, no, I actually broke down the street. And one of her customers was she was in a little house, now, but all the singing with it, my mother called my father, walk home with so-and-so. I don't know, my house, 3 acres, and that house was there, this house wasn't. And I told them that that's on me, you listen to it. Yeah, I have,
I don't know what else to do. I just seem overwhelmed about it.
I know the same way.
I hope it sounds good.
Yeah, she thought about sniffing, and then when a dog doesn't sniff, you know.
it was the husband's cozy, very technical, yeah. This is Lori, the new my friend's Larry. I said to them, I came over and said, I'm going to have a husband. What's going on here? Yeah, well, like we did before, but that was so cool. Yeah, we're going to put in a concert. And hopefully the weather will be You're so good. You have here's the blueberry. So I don't put bird in my feeder, so that's probably why I don't have birds in there. Wow.
There are a couple of geese on the other side.
Yeah, there was a blue heron walking around, kind of running around. I saw it. Well, I saw the feet. Like the bird was gone, but I'm like, that's no goose. Yeah. Yeah, they are. So there used to be, there was a pool, and one of them must have gotten tackled. We saw a turtle was, I couldn't really cut this one.
You are smart.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, my yeah.
That's what everyone's saying. That's why I'm not going to try. I sit from there.
Oh, because oh, cool. Oh, you know what we should settle down again. But every time I call, hi, I'm Lori. Nice to meet you. She lives on Walton. You probably run by her house. She runs the. Yeah, I used to. I was going to say, I would have probably known because my dog knows if there's somebody new in the neighborhood and it's like full on. Yeah. A little not.
I was running there really often. Really? I had
What a great show! What a great show! It's a great concert. You guys are great together. I'm trying to take pictures of it. It's so dark in here.
And they've mentioned the group several times.
it all over. So, I mean, I took a name. But I did in this case, I'm like, I wanted to be in Arizona for a while. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
My cousin said, I pulled the phone and my cousin said, you got a phone. My cousin's standing at the stove over there. He's like, you? Because everybody knows me, right? See, this, it's a pain in the ass to have to go through a track phone. Well, it's track phone. So I buy minutes. I shouldn't buy a real phone, I guess. But, so it takes a while to
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I don't need to see what you.
Okay, I'll show you later.
Thank you.
Gliders were really good. You know, I'm so I just looked at you and went, you sir. I was just kind of joking. I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like an army person. Just know that.
Hi, Mark.
We're probably going to play till 4:30 unless people start blazing over.
No, it says 4:30.
Yeah. So probably another 5 minutes and then you can go up there and say.
Yeah, I will. And then I'll thank Carrie.
How about some
Carrie's the one, Laura's. Yeah, you already know. The food's really good. Did you get some food? Yeah, I guess. We're going to do a concert series. Yeah.
It's, they want to do a concert series. You know who's going to.
They're providing the venue and they're providing the concert.
It's fun though. I like doing it. Oh, you met
I wanted to let you
Did
know.
you meet Mark?
Absolutely. I went and introduced myself. I left the chips and hummus on the counter. I didn't get into the snacks
Put
yet.
a like sign on it with special ingredients, or
It's got its ingredients on the tub.
So you were telling me you was hit by a drunk driver?
Oh, it was back in '04. It was a long time ago, but yeah, you just asked if I was retired.
Oh, okay.
I'd be just getting to retirement age if I had been.
Well, I'm glad you came. It was good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm having quite a trip.
Did you get something to eat?
I had a piece of carrot cake.
Oh, I didn't try that. I had the blueberry pie. I'll get some carrot.
It's-
There's chicken salad over there too.
I can't eat. I just had a small piece because I can't
Oh yeah, you can't
do all this.
Yeah, yeah.
If there's anything that you need that might help, let me know. We may or may not have it. If there's anything you need that might help.
I just may need a scissors to open the bag of chips.
I actually feel like I'm okay right now. I'll just make sure I'm drinking in between everyone.
Snake's daughter.
Do you have some?
I know she was asking Mark.
You got a crowd.
So it's just like you're gonna help with the age. I don't need the products. I don't need the rest to You just want to learn my specialty when you're I remember that when I was in college, like 7, like 6 years old, so that just got like to bring us something or whatever. And then I'm like, just that's sort of like, I volunteer at the Senior Church for Shape It's very nice. But it's like, oh, you can't break both things from the same day. Yeah. Patty's been trying to get me to do a house concert for years. And I finally put more furniture in my house above the garage. We're going to make room. She does her house. She's got a great space for me. But she was COVID. She hasn't really Have you ever done anything like this before? Yeah. It's kind of interesting,
Another song. Trying to get
Oh my gosh, that would be fabulous. I know, we actually got in our neighborhood. I got to. Oh, okay.
We do like some sticky.
There used to be like little sticky pads on them. They fell off, but they're still obviously sticky.
Well, I have the chair, so. Chair lady.
Hey, Rick.
Too. You boys can help with
It was about you. It was about you.
about it because whenever this is my friend Lois. She's a dancer in the corner diagonally. Diane's friend.
Oh, nice.
And we can pull things together and my immediate family's
Nice meeting you too. Diane. So I'm just doing this again.
Oh, yes, you get
Right?
an A.
No, I get an F. I get an F. Is what I get.
Yes! Yes!
We're going to start again in a couple minutes. I want to thank Carrie and Lori so much for offering up their house.
Thank you for offering up your house.
Well, I went next door and I said, why don't you, but that's funny, my parents' house. I went next door and said, we're having a house concert, I want to invite you. And she said, well, why don't you have it here? Our house is bigger. So we're going to go from this to a full concert series.
All right. Am I in your way?
No.
Just trying to.
Harry,
Thank you all for coming.
Foxy's over there wondering. Foxy's over there.
She's okay? She's doing okay.
I said, listen.
All right, well, I thought I would start the second set off with a song about death. Seems appropriate. Seems appropriate. I have no segue for this whatsoever. Well, glory came calling just outside my door. Quiet as a whisper. I heard her, I'm not sure. Seemed like she already knew what I was looking for. Now go to glory, go to glory. I can't sing anymore. If I should get so sick, I need your help to walk. I'll stop making any sense. Every time I try to talk, we'll keep a hand on my heartbeat, an eye up on the cloud. Now go to glory, go to glory. My body decides. sunrise like the sky, made out and made love, and made sure to say goodbye. So when it's time for me to go, there won't be no need to cry. 'Cause I'll go to glory, go to glory, and leave you all behind. Yeah, I'll go to glory, go to glory, leave everything behind.
So death is now the theme for the
The entire second set.
I'm gonna do a song that's been requested. This is actually the most recent song that I've written. It's probably 5 weeks old or something like that. It's called Time Becomes Precious. Mist in the morning hides all but the tallest of trees, while the whisper of a warning comes drifting along on the breeze. And although I feel it, I can't find the will to respond. 'Cause time becomes precious when you find more than half of it gone. We cling so ferocious to things we can see with our eyes, so blindly precocious, while the unseen might bring a surprise. Caught up in fancies of which we're exceedingly fond, while time becomes precious when you find more than half of it gone. Wind in the willows ring tears from my eyes, but soaking in shadows is not very wise. When you sift through your memories, you'll surely find all kinds of lies. Lost to the lessons, we remain so incredibly blind. Still only seeing the things we expected to find. It's probably time to accept what was true all along. But time becomes precious when you find more than half of it gone. Soaking in shadows is not very wise. When you sift through your memories, you surely find all kinds of lies.
blossoms we remain so incredibly blind. Still only seeing the things we expected to find. It's probably time to accept what was true all along. Time becomes precious when you find more than half of it gone. I said time becomes precious when you find almost all of it gone. We're gonna just be 150. Well, I'll play a song that I was asked to play. This is a song that I wrote. I spent about 5 years working at a children's psychiatric hospital some years back. It was a lockdown unit. They brought us kids who were, it was sort of emergency situations. Most kids, or a lot of them had attempted suicide. And most kids, unfortunately, were there that had been just awful things happened to them. Most sexually abused, molested, raped. It's terrible. So I wrote this song kind of from their point of view. A lot of them didn't want to be there. Yeah. So young, you stole my trust, never to be free. You had your way till I was not. Now I don't sleep. Cut every branch off my family tree. Well, I'll be okay, I'll be alright. I just need to make it one more night. You wanna save me from my own self-harm and stick some needle in my arm. I don't need your help. Point of view, that I've seen the shit that I've been through. Got a scar for every year of my life, from cigarette burns and a honey knife. You won't find me this time when I run. 'Cause now I know I can't trust no one. And I've been labeled damaged goods, and I'll always be misunderstood. This blood, my blood, white, blue, then red, like stripes and stars. Long sleeves to hide the lines I draw across my forearms. Reminders I'll carry, a collection of scars. Well, I'll be okay, I'll be alright. I just need to make it one more night. You wanna save me from my own self-harm and stick some needle in my arm. I don't need the help. Point of view, they haven't seen the shit that I've been through. I got a scar for every year of my life, from cigarette burns and a hunting knife. You won't find me this time when I run. 'Cause now I know I can't trust no one. Now I've been labeled damaged goods, and I'll always be misunderstood. Don't wanna feel worthless anymore. I wanna find a purpose that makes me feel like it'll all be worth it if I let everything go. Well, I'll be okay, I'll be alright. I just need to make it one more night. Wanna save me from my own self-harm and stick some needle in my arm. I don't need their help. Point of view, they haven't seen the shit that I've been through. I got a scar for every year of my life, from cigarette burns and a hunting knife. You won't find me this time when I run. 'Cause now I know I can't trust no more. Now I've been labeled damaged goods, and I'll always be misunderstood.
So I'm going to do a song for Art.
All right.
My mom was born in San Diego, California. She was raised up during, she was in her late teens, early 20s during the Second World War. She died at 95. She had a pretty fantastic life, you know. I mean, she grew up in high society. She was Queen of Job's Daughters in San Diego. She was also Queen of the USO during the Second World War in San Diego, and there was only one USO in the whole city, and it was a big deal. Her and I were estranged for a number of years, and we got back together later in her life, and she moved out here to the East Coast to be with me when I was living here, and we used to drive around and talk and, you know, get reacquainted. And one of her favorite places, if you go up into New Hampshire and you head up into the White Mountains and you go to Conway and you drive north on 302 and you go out through North Conway and you head up towards Crawford Notch. On the right-hand side, before you get to Crawford Notch, just past Jackson around there, there's a pull-out on the side of the road, and it's called Fourth Iron. Okay, so you know Fourth Iron, yeah.
I'm thinking on my, I probably have a picture on my phone.
So the highway goes over the Sawyer River. The Sawyer River comes out of the mountains there and goes down to meet the Saco. And the highway goes over there, but there's also a train trestle that goes over the river right there. And there's a parking lot in between the highway and the train trestle. And that's the parking lot for the campground that is back in the woods someplace. So that was a favorite spot on my mom's. And we would go up there, we'd drive up there and pull out lawn chairs and put them on the grass there, and she'd sit by the river. Cars going by this way, and every once in a while the scenic Conway Scenic Railway would come by, you know, go by. She loved the mountains, and she was a big mountain kid and a traveling person, and she loved to travel and all that. And so that was a favorite place of hers. So when she passed away, I took her ashes up to Fourth Iron, and it was December 22nd, 2018. And there was 3.5 foot of snow on the ground. The parking lot was closed. I had to park on the road and traipse through the parking lot and make my way out into the center of the train trestle over the Sawyer River. I thought I was going to die. But, you know, the snow this high, trying to make it. But anyway, so I threw the ashes off into the river. You know, and the wind was blowing, ashes got in my face and my hair and all that kind of stuff. But I knew that that's what she would want. You know, so then I came back home and I wrote this song. It's called Fourth Iron, Queen of the Ball. There's a place in the mountains a bit north of Conway. The train trestle spans the railing. They call it the Fourth Iron for obvious reasons. The fourth bridge that crosses the stream. Late in her life, she would sometimes just sit there, watch as the water flowed by, giving thanks for the goodness her 95 years had supplied. Born to a family of adequate means, deep in society's games, she grew up the apple of everyone's eye, gathered some honors and fame. A beautiful child and more often smiled than ever gave into a frown. More glad in the forest than wearing tiaras or gowns. She rose to the top of society's pedestal, had all that she could desire.
took the nation. She rushed to the aid of the boys that the country required. Served without thought all the ones who had fought and who so often far from their homes. So they made her the queen of the ball and called her their own. Now standing on the fourth iron over the water that rushes and tumbles and falls, as the mist in the valley collects in my eyes, I remember the queen of the ball. My tears and her ashes all mingle together as the memories pour down like rain. And I cling to the thoughts of the woman who loved me, and I cherish the joy and the pain. For most of her years, her son wasn't near, having wandered far off on his own. And although she grieved, she always believed that someday he'd wander back home. Now that didn't happen in the way she supposed, but still came around in the end. 40 years later, they found out that they were still friends. So late in her 80s, she moved to the east, there to be close to her boy. With walks in the forest and drives by the sea, they recapture those lost bits of joy. She opened her heart and she told him her story, shared all her love and her pain. They laughed and they cried, and afterwards he did the same. 95 summers, 95 springtimes, 95 winters and falls. She laughed and she cried, but all she would say is how much she was blessed by it all. If you're one of those folks who was lucky to know her, I'm sure you will always recall the smile on her face and the grace of the queen of the ball. Now standing on fourth island over the water that rushes and tumbles and falls, as the mist in the valley collects in my eyes, I remember the queen of the ball. My tears and her ashes all mingle together as the memories pour down like rain. And I cling to the thoughts of the woman who loved me, and I cherish the joy and the pain. Yes, I cling to the thoughts of the woman who raised me and fashioned the man I became. Songs about things we know about.
Well, I guess I should sing a song that was inspired by my father, which I have many because I went through a period of time where I think every song I wrote was
about, inspired by. He would be, let's see, tomorrow he would turn 80 if he were still here. So tomorrow's his birthday. So unfortunately, he was not kind to himself and died at 52. So I have outlived him now by a couple of years. It's called My Father's Only Son. I was my father's only son. We headed north beyond the border. Just a river separates our desperate lives. It separates our desperate mothers. I was my father's only son. He stood his ground, he took no chances. He cut his hands out on the rocks that feed the tides and guide the boats back to the harbor. You will forgive me in the morning. Will you forgive me come first light? When will the morning come? I was my father's only son. We sat for hours but said nothing, and watched the swallows build their mud homes while ignoring our own goals that were eroding. I was my father's only son. We plowed together in a deep field. Our hands were shadowed by the dirt. Pulled the life out of the ground just to receive her. You will forgive me in the morning. Will you forgive me come first light? When will the morning come? I was my father's only son. No wiser than the fool we tricked. We can't take it back, no, we can't change the past. We can only break and give. I was my father's only son. I was my father's only son. I was my father's only son. I was my father's only son.
I think we're all kind of an age here that we wished our kids would have listened to us. It's pretty typical that as we grow up, we think our parents know absolutely nothing. And it's amazing how smart they get the older we get. You know? This is a song kind of about that, you know, listen to the old guy kind of thing. Found the old man in his easy chair, sitting in the morning sun. I asked for wisdom he could share of all the things he's done.
You looked at me and you chuckled, and he flashed a knowing smile. You said, son, you just should have a seat, 'cause this could take a while. Now the first thing I can tell you is I don't know it all. The one thing that's for certain, you must get up when you fall. And though there's not an easy way, it must be understood. And when you're kind and persevere, life turns out like it should. So remember to be grateful for everything you have. And don't become a person that would take more than they give. And don't be sinking anchors on every stretch of sand. And try to hold to your beliefs as loosely as you can. Though the waves keep rolling, flowers keep growing, and the sun keeps shining down. Things keep changing, life is rearranging, and the joy's still there to be found. If you keep trying, there'll be no denying that your troubles soon will be gone. Gotta just remember, the waves keep rolling along. Now you're gonna have some ups and downs, happy times and sad. Love will always get you through the hard things that you have. So don't forget to tell your friends how much they really mean, 'cause you're really gonna need them most when you face the unforeseen. 'Cause the waves keep rolling, flowers keep growing, and the sun keeps shining down. Things keep changing, life is rearranging, and the joy still there to be found. And if you keep trying, there'll be no denying that your trouble soon will be gone. You gotta just remember, the waves keep rolling along. Now the years have passed and I find myself sitting in that easy chair. Younger folks will stop on by with music I can share. I look at them and I chuckle and I flash that knowing smile. I say, folks, you just should have a seat, 'cause this could take a while. Things for certain are your death and taxes, and I'm here to tell you truly what the facts is. You may think you're finished with the whole damn thing, but nothing's ever over till the fat lady sings. And the waves keep rolling, the flowers keep growing, and the sun keeps shining down. Things keep changing, life is rearranging, and the joy's still there to be found. And if you keep trying, there'll be no denying that your trouble soon will be gone. Just remember, the waves keep rolling along. Oh, yes they do. You gotta just remember, keep on singing this song. Yes, me. You gotta just remember, the waves keep rolling along.
So, I fibbed when we said this whole set was going to be about death. Took a turn towards family, right? Song about mom, about my dad, about kids. So I'm going to combine family and death.
Why not?
Right? Seems like the proper direction to go. This is a fictional tale, although I'm sure it's happened many times. Especially here in New England. This is a song called The Fisherman. Pete White is not a real person as far as I know. Maybe he is. Old Pete White could never erase his pale blue eyes or the scar on his face. It runs below his left eye across his cheek. Only makes him look just a little more antique.
Born and raised as a fisherman's son, one hand in the ocean and the other one grabbing on to whatever he could hold. Like a trapper, maybe faith, or just fool's gold. Living on his boat like a second home, a wooden frame on the water with a little chrome and rust. And he can't believe it's been 3 years. The sea has taken all his tears. Damn those shores that hold him in. He'll never see that face again. Taught his son from the age of 9 how to haul a net and how to tow a line. Fishing's the only thing he's ever had. Passing wisdom to his son from his own dad. And that boy learned quick and he grew up fast. You don't have a choice if you want to last. Out on the North Atlantic Sea. In this line of work, there's never a guarantee. So you gamble and pray every single night, 'cause you never know when your good luck just might run out. And he can't believe it's been 3 years. The sea has taken all his tears. Damn those shores that hold him in. He'll never see that face again. Whenever they'd ask him about his scar, well, he'd get real quiet. He seemed so far. Came across as being unaware. Either lost in thought, maybe lost in prayer. People who knew didn't bother to ask about the scar or about the past. They'd all heard the story of Opie. In the local townies all wanted to be discreet. Runs his fingers across that mark all day until the sky turns dark. And he can't believe it's been 3 years. The sea has taken all his tears. Damn those shores that hold him in. He'll never see that face again. Now the paint on the boat has gotten chipped and stale, with a sign on the front that says, for sale.
Very personal song.
Once the clouds are blown away and the sun appears to shine, I might find the words to say what's truly on my mind. Seems to me so very clear the change of life was drawing near.
and with it came the fear for my heart. You see, I've often been betrayed, and it really takes my all. It leaves me torn and frayed at the bottom of the fall. I know I played the fool, so I learned to play it cool. It's the first and only rule for my heart. Through all the joy and laughter, the sorrow and the tears, when looking at it after seemed to overwhelm my years, I know I've had my share of tender love and care. For the memories are there in my heart. Through all the joy and laughter, the sorrow and the tears, when thinking of it after seems too much to fill my ears, I know I've had my share of tenderness and care, for the memories are there. That's the life I've known. That's why I will stay with all these friends I know, and laugh and cry and play. I'm finally alone. My life is all my own, and it seems like coming home to my heart. Can't you see that she loves you, even when she cries? And you'll never understand her, oh, how hard she really tries. She said, I've been living so long, trouble and heartache. It's okay to give and give. Sometimes it's okay to just take. And when did we fail? Where did it break? Well, I can't seem to find the answers to these questions.
Can't you see that she meant it when she walked out, told you goodbye? Now there's an emptiness about you, 'cause you just can't seem to shake her from your mind. She said, write me a song about trouble and heartache. Write me a song that you just can't fake, that you just can't fake. Oh, oh, oh. And when did we fail? And where did it rain? Tell them out here. I can't seem to find the answers to these questions that you leave me. Oh, please don't write these words down for me to read. I told a friend of mine to call right at that moment. It's perfect. I owe $20. That works out.
Picture, if you will. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Twilight.
Where does that come from, huh?
Twilight Zone.
Huh?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the rest of the story.
Picture, if you will, a town common, early 1900s, somewhere in New England, doesn't really matter, but all the town commons are the same, right? You got this gazebo at one side of it, right? And you got the willow tree at the other side of it. It's a Saturday night, and the band is playing. You got the fiddle and the banjo and the guitar and the mandolin all up there on the gazebo, and people are dancing from the town, are dancing around, and there's a young man and a young woman standing out under the willow tree, and he's about to make a proposal to her. And this is a song about that. It's called Liza, Liza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. It's your turn now.
I loved it. Can we hear it again?
Awesome.
Liza, Liza, won't you come and dance with me around that old willow tree? Share my soul, share my mind tonight. Liza, Liza, won't you come and sing your song till my memory's gone? Sing it high, sing it soft, sing it low. Liza, Liza, won't you sing and dance tonight? Liza, Liza, won't you say it's alright? Liza, Liza, won't you let your hair come down, falling softly on the ground? Let it fall trod softly by my side. Been my friend, oh why now be my bride? Liza, Liza, won't you stay with me tonight? Liza, Liza, for the rest of my life. Liza, Liza, won't you come and dance with me around that old tree? Been my friend, oh why now be my bride? Been my friend, made me smile. Liza mine.
We have like 20 minutes, so maybe.
That's in for a couple more from each of us.
Maybe for like 3 more?
3 more?
Three more, does that work?
Couple six.
How does that work? How's that math? So I'm gonna play a song that I wrote that was it started out just as an exercise. I was writing a song and I just got stuck with it. I just kept going. You know how that goes. Just kind of got stuck with the tune. Couldn't figure it out. And so I said, okay, enough. Put that aside and just write this sort of exercise that I made myself do. And I don't know if anyone's familiar with Pat Pattison, who's a songwriting teacher from Berkeley. And he wrote a great book with a lot of really great ideas. One of the ideas that he shares is about object writing. And what that is you take something in the room, say a table, and you don't try to write a song, you don't try to write a poetry, or it doesn't even have to make sense. But he talks about, I think as songwriters, and when we describe a lot of things, or at least I'm guilty of this, I use a lot of the visual, what we see. And he talks about, talk about what that table feels like, what it smells like, so he says, try to get into the other senses. What is the room, is it cold, is it warm, what do you hear, what do you, and it was just kind of draw the listener in, when you think about that in songwriting. This was just an exercise, just try to do it. You have 10 minutes, just go, just write, and you might start with the table, and you're talking about, your sister when she pulled your hair. Who knows where that will lead you. And so I tried to write, what I ended up doing is I wrote a song that took each verse and talked about one of the senses, whether metaphorically or literally. So, and then when I got finished with it as an exercise, I thought it would help me with the other song. It didn't at all, but I ended up liking this song quite a bit. And so I did a little editing and a little polishing up, and so I ended up keeping this song. It's called Break Even. I want to feel the rain in my hair and on my lips, dripping off my fingertips. I want to feel that rain. I want to hear you laugh like you did just last week, the kind that comes from way down deep. I love to hear you laugh. I want to smell the air, late April, early May, when lilacs
start to find their way. I long to smell that air. I want to taste my youth again. Dirt roads and innocence. Didn't take much to be convinced. Oh, to taste my youth again. I want to see what you see in me. I need something to believe in. I'd be happy to break even. Just to see what you see in me.
I put a question up on Facebook at one point in time. I said, is it something like, what is the thing that we search for most and can't find? You know, and of course I had something in my mind when I put that up there, you know. I mean, I had this great philosophical idea of, you know, everybody was going to say this and agree with me. Well, there was 25 different answers, and you know, and none of them came close. And what I was trying to find, I was trying to have people say, understanding. It's something that we search for all our lives, all around us. Just about every person, everything we do, we're striving to understand. And so seldom do we actually get there, or get a full understanding anyway. The song is called Help Me Understand. There's an old owl outside my window, and he calls the whole night through, and his song is full of sorrow, the reason why I never knew. Sometimes I sit inside my shadow and gaze upon the rising sun, there to ease my pain and sorrow, for my toil is far from done. So sister, come, stand here beside me, brother, come and take my hand. Father, shine your light to guide me. Mother, help me understand. They call my name, they think to own me, but they can't see beyond their schemes. They cannot hear the words I'm saying, or catch a glimpse of what they mean. I see the storm cloud
these chains that bind me to an outward quench the burning flame. So sister, come, stand here beside me. Brother, come, take my hand. Father, smile, you light to guide me. Mother, help me understand. Beside this river where water tumbles over stones, here my heart will last forever. Here at last I found a home. So sister, come, stand here beside. Brother, come and take my hand. Honor, shine your light to guide me. Mother, help me understand. Oh, Mother, help me. Help me understand. Mother, help me understand.
That's what I was thinking.
All life. Well, there are a lot of songwriters in the room, so you know, we all know that the most important part of a song is the chorus, it's the hook, right? That's what we get, that's the hook, that's it. It's the most important part. So, from reading Pat Pattison and all the studying I've been doing about it, I decided to write a song without a chorus. Genius. And I say that there are only verses that are sung in this song. There is a kind of instrumental chorus that happens, that comes through.
And it's really important.
Yeah. So you'll hear the little. So that's going to be our chorus. There's just no words to it, so you can make some up. It's called Old House. It's an old house by the town line. Her frame is giving in. She's crooked and her paint's gone, easy to break into. Reminds me of your own heart from stories that you've shared. I wish that I could fix it, but it doesn't need repairing. Having trouble sleeping, fourth night in a row. But I get to hear the morning birds singing across the slow creek. They just want to be heard. You said the same to me.
didn't really listen. Guess it wasn't worth repeating. Maybe I'm the one who never knew love. I'm sorry for the times that I withdrew. Maybe one day you'll learn to forgive me. Working on forgiving myself too. It's been over 3 decades since the fire in '91. Gutted old St. Francis on an early morning Sunday. Well, God didn't try to save it, He just watched it burn. I guess I did the same with us. Wish I was more discerning.
At least they had a bridge. It did have a bridge.
After all the words have come and gone, after winter days so cold and long, and finally we're alone, and there is no more trying. Maybe we could have a laugh or two. I wouldn't try to bring you any pain or chase away your sun or bring you rain. All I have in mind, after all the time together, maybe we could have a laugh or two. I don't have a mind to try and change the time. More than just a question of our pride that kept driving us on. After all the songs, and after days so long and weary, maybe we could have a laugh or two. After moonlight fades into the dawn, pushing back the cloud to find the sun. Remember, if you will, all the times our hearts were flying. Maybe we could have a laugh or two. No time to count the time in years. Pride can't stop the loneliness and fears. Only time can heal. So after no regrets, after all the bets are canceled, maybe we could have a laugh or two. After moonlight fades into the dawn, pushing back the clock to find the sun. Remember, if you will, all the times our hearts were flying. Maybe we could have a laugh or two. Maybe we could have a laugh or two. Maybe we could have a laugh or two.
Well, thanks to Diane for putting this whole thing together. And thanks to Terry and Lori for inviting us to their beautiful home here. So thank you all for doing it.
And thank you for all the hours you guys. It would have been nothing without you.
Oh, and thanks to the folks who are watching online too.
Yep, plenty of them.
The UK and Sweden and some other folks.
Yeah.
It's international.
Growing so tired of regret, yeah, feeling like nothing's ever good enough. Never could please anyone. They tell me young men used to be so tough. An old cutlass parked in the yard like a scene out of 1979. I ain't seen bills with rust since the night we drove to the Ohio State line. Yeah, well, I don't know what's next, but I know I gotta let go of my father's pride. I don't know what's next, I'll be gone by the end of the year. Yeah, and I don't know what's next, I don't wanna look back saying that I never tried. Yeah, and I don't know what's next, but I hope it's more beautiful than here. 30 years is 12 too many to be hanging around the same backyards. It's gonna be a pretty short list of people I see and give my best regards to. I might try to sell my car and find myself an old working RV. One thing I know for sure, I'm not coming back once I decide to leave. Yeah, I don't know what's next, but I know I gotta let go of my father's pride. I don't know what's next, I'll be gone by the end of the year. Yeah, and I don't know what's next, I don't wanna look back saying that I never tried. Yeah, and I don't know what's next, but I hope it's more beautiful than here. Small minds and old naysayers keep their fears real close and their heels dug in. I'd rather cut my lines and drift out to somewhere that I ain't never been. Ain't got much to leave behind but an old table saw and a red straight plow. All I know is I'd rather not be sitting around here 20 years from now. Yeah, well, I don't know what's next, but I know I gotta let go of my father's pride. I don't know what's next, I'll be gone by the end of the year. Yeah, and I don't know what's next, I don't wanna look back saying that I never tried. Yeah, and I don't know what's next, but I hope it's more beautiful than here.
My way of thanking you all is what Steve said. I'd like to leave you with a little social consciousness.
there is still some time for all of us to learn how to be kind, and compassion's hard to find for everyone, no matter where they're from. There is still some time. There is still a love that fills the world and all the skies above, and it surely is enough to make us start and change the human heart. Yes, there is still a love. There is still a dream burning in man's heart for being free. A prayer from all humanity, a simple plea for human dignity. Yes, there is still a dream. Now there is still a song that echoes through the forest loud and strong, that the time has come to right the wrong for every man, black or red or tan. The time has come to right the wrong. There is still a dream burning in man's heart for being free. A prayer from all humanity, a simple plea for human dignity. I'll have you know that there is still a dream. Yes, there is still